Week 18 of the fantasy basketball season. Here's a few centers I look to sell and trade this week. The first center, Naz Reid of the Minnesota Timberwolves. So Naz Reid, he's having a great season, no doubt about it, for this Minnesota Timberwolves team. But now with Julius Randle back in the lineup, even though he is questionable, tonight's ball game with the groin injury, I think his numbers are going to take a hit on the year. 14.7 points a game, 6.1 boards, 2.2 assists, 2.2 threes, and 46% from the months into Randle's missed time, 18.6 points a game, 9.5 boards, 3.4 assists, 1.4 blocks, 2.6 threes, and 41% from the field. So the reigning sixth man of the year, having another great season in a contract season, is with Naz Reid. But like I said, there's been some struggles here and there for him, and now with Julius Randle back in the lineup, I think his numbers are going to take a hit, even though Rudy Gobert is still out February 27th at the Lakers, 3 points, 12 boards, 2 assists, 10% from the field. February 28th at the Jazz, 27 points, 11 boards, 5 assists, 3 steals, a block, 6 threes, 40% from the field. And March 2nd at the Suns, a poor shooting performance in that one, 20% from the field, 7 points, 10 boards, 5 assists, 2 steals, a block, a 3, 20% from the field. So like I said, numbers are taking a little bit of a hit of late for Naz Reid. Julius Randle back in the lineup. But Naz Reid's having a great season, and he was on a monster stretch where he had 5 games in a row with 20 or more points. But now he's cooled off a little bit, he's Naz Reid. And with all these factors I mentioned, I could put him on the trade block before the deadline, March 7th in most fantasy leagues. He's definitely a center I would sell this week, because like I said, Randle's back. Dante DiVincenzo, he's been back as well, and I think Rudy Gobert, he'll be back sooner than later. Well, obviously, they need him for the stretch run for the playoffs. Next center, Kristaps Porzingis of the Boston Celtics. So Porzingis, he's been healthy, believe it or not, but he could go down anytime with his track record, and he's actually missed the last 2 games with an illness, is Kristaps Porzingis, even though, like I said, he's gone down with a lot of injuries over the last couple of years. And we know the Celtic team, they did make it to the finals without him in all the playoff rounds where he got hurt towards the end of the season last year. And I think they're going to try to preserve him and limit his minutes a little bit as the weeks go on before the playoffs. On the year, 18.9 points a game, 6.8 boards, 1.9 assists, 1.6 blocks, 2.4 threes, and 47% from the field. So Porzingis, he's going out there, he's playing good basketball. This Celtic team, once again, an NBA title favorite, right up there with the Cavs and the OKC Thunder after winning last season. And Kristaps Porzingis, I know the numbers are taking a little bit of a hit as well, and like I said, he's going to miss some games. I think right now, at this part of the season, you got the max you could get out of Kristaps Porzingis, and then you could flip him in a deal with someone who's had a better track record. Obviously, this is the time to do it with the deadline approaching the next few days. February 20th at the Sixers, 17 points, 4 boards, an assist, a steal, a block, 3 threes, 45% from the field. February 28th versus the Knicks, 15 points, 7 boards, 2 assists, a steal, 3 blocks, 2 threes, 40% from the field. And February 26th at the Pistons, 11 points, 2 boards, assists, 3 steals, 2 threes, 36% from the field. So Porzingis, he's missed the last 3 out of 4 games with the illness, and a little banged up is Porzingis. And like I said, Porzingis, he hasn't gone for a full season in a long time, going back to his rookie year with the New York Knicks. So like I said, he's missed time a lot throughout his NBA career. And obviously at 7'3", it's tough to stay healthy, taking a beating down there and just being that big of a player. It's going to take a toll on your body. So like I said, Porzingis, maybe he's fatiguing a little bit now, where he's played a majority of the season. And right now, while his numbers are taking a hit as well, I would sell him off this week. In the third and final center, I look to sell and trades Mark Williams of the Charlotte Hornets. So Mark Williams, he's having a great season. Obviously, he was traded to the Lakers, and that deal didn't go through because he failed the physical, supposedly. On the year, 15.7 points a game, 9.8 boards, 2.3 assists, 1.2 blocks, and 58% from the field. And the last couple weeks for Williams, he's playing well since he came back from a trade. And obviously, that's an awkward situation where you got traded. Obviously, you didn't pass the physical, and now you got to go back to the team that just traded you a few days prior. But the last couple weeks, he's playing great ball, 16.4 points a game, 10.8 boards, 1.6 assists, 1.2 blocks, and 55% from the field. But the thing with Mark Williams, we don't know, obviously, what was in that physical, why he failed it. And in my opinion, that means he could go down any time. Well, we know this Laker team needs a center, a final piece to complete their roster, where I think they got a shot to win the championship regardless if they had Mark Williams or not. But like I said, he would have fit perfect in that offense. And obviously, he's still going out there playing and putting up numbers. But like I said, it could be a mystery where he could go down anytime. With obviously an old injury is Williams that hasn't healed. February 27th at Dallas, 26 points, 16 boards, 3 assists, a block, 55% from the field. March 1st versus the Wizards, 24 points, 12 boards, 3 assists, a steal, 2 blocks, 78% from the field. And March 3rd versus the Warriors, 12 points, 13 boards, an assist, a steal, 2 blocks, 62% from the field. So Williams, like I said, he's playing great basketball. He's going to rebound, he's going to score, he's going to shot block, have a good field goal for the most part. But like I said, with that trade going to the Lakers, getting vetoed because of his physical is Mark Williams. It just has me believe he could go down anytime, or the Hornets could just pull him for that reason if they want to tank even more and get a higher draft pick. So that's a few centers I look to sell and trade with the deadline approaching March 7th for Week 18 of the fantasy basketball season.